You guys have like this new guy that just joined y'all?
Yeah, Parker Reid.
He's like hot.
Oh, you think he's hot?
Yeah, he's like what I wish I looked like.
And Parker Reid too is a new wild member.
Wild boy Parker.
Yo, this is Parker, chat.
I have a new crush and I met him today.
Is it Parker?
Oh my God. You're just a beautiful boy.
Parker Reid.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm definitely hitting Parker Reid.
Parker Reid.
No, I'd probably say him. Nice body.
You got a type. Parker Reid, as you can see, he's right in front of us.
That's got like a little man crush on him with the muscles and everything.
You're like freaking jacked, bro.
has there been a time where like you question your sexuality?
She was like, "Do you like boys?" Why is my mom asking me this? For a week after that, I was like, "Do I like boys?"
Within you being straight, that you were like kind of curious midway.
Nothing wrong with that. I was just curious.
So do you think your sexuality can change over time?
I think you can discover it, but I don't think it's changing it. It's like what you like, but just weren't exposed to.
Do you know any DLs?
I think the world of DLs is very interesting. It made me realize I'm like, people can hide their orientation very well.
Do you think like a straight guy and a gay guy can be friends? The reason why I do like to hang around a lot of my gay friends, they bring out a party side of me like no one else can.
When Brandon gets drunk, he just does all the things he truly wants to
Okay,
do.
that's not true. What would you say your first ever gay encounter was?
I was getting my hair cut by this guy for 2 years. As I was getting my hair cut, he like grabs my arm and he gets on his knees like this. Please, and I run out.
Welcome to the Wild Podcast.
I'm Brandon Cardoso.
I'm the Julian Barboza.
And we're finally back, baby.
Let's go, man. It's been a while, but Brandon, you've been gone, right?
I have been gone. It's been a minute since I've been in LA. I've actually went back to Boston to go visit family. And yeah, it's pretty much it. But it's been pretty cool though. I mean, I feel like sometimes it's important to travel out a bit, you know? I mean, you leave tomorrow.
I do leave tomorrow because, you know, every month I do go see my family, and I think it's good to take a little, grounding trip. I'm going to be gone for 5 days. They got this little fiesta tradition back where I'm from in San Antonio where, like, they have a little parade and everything, and I'm going to be with my family. Cinco de Mayo. There's going to be a bunch of fights. So a good little grounding before we lock in for May because I'm hoping that I'm going to be home in LA, being able to train for 4 weeks straight. Just working out. I've been working out this whole time, you know, while you were gone and shit. And I've been really locked in the gym. So that's my main goals. And that's really just what I've been doing. Cardio every day, 90 minutes, training every day for an hour. Really trying to get this summer body. And then, but yeah, so this is my little break before I lock in. But yeah, I leave tomorrow, and then I'll be back on the 6th, I think.
Okay, so a couple days.
5 days, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, today is April 30th. May 1st, yeah, you leave. So just for context, yeah, so like five or so days. But it sounds cool though, you know. I mean, when was the last time you went to Texas? Or
I
at least
go every month.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Facts. Well, I haven't been to Boston in a while. I've needed to go back, so that was basically my trip over there.
How was it over there?
It was cool, cold. And it's April, about to be May, and it's crazy to think that it's still cold out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with the weather?
That's insane.
Yeah, but it should be picking up though. But I might go back in the summertime, spend more time with the family. But it was cool seeing them though. That was the whole purpose of my travels, and it was cool. But I'm also glad to be back. Maybe a little rusty though. I might be a little rusty because it's been a while since I've done this. So it seems like it's been a while.
Yeah. How did the break feel though? Like you feel better now, or?
Yeah, it's more like when I'm here now, it's like refreshing. It's like, you know, now let's get back into it. You know, the show must go on.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they say. The show must go on.
So did you like drop the hat now that you're back, or what?
Listen, first of all, I do need a haircut. I know that my hair looks a little too.
No, it looks cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But you know, because I hadn't seen Brandon. Like, he got here last night, and I don't know, he was doing whatever. But I didn't see you till today, and I was like, dang, where's the hat?
Yeah, it's been a while with the hat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been rocking the no hat for a bit. I mean, I've been taking photos with it and all that. You know, it's still the character, but I don't know, man.
And I thought I seen a ghost the other day because Kyle Jacobs was wearing a backwards hat, and I was like, "Whoa, is that Brandon?"
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I thought that was me too. I was like, "Yo," I came back to the house. I'm like, "Yo, let me see what's up to Kyle," right? Because our rooms are next to each other. So I'm like, "Oh, yo, what's going, Kyle?" And he had the hat on. I'm like, "Yo, wait, hold on." I thought it was me for a sec. Yeah. It was crazy.
We should do like a all backwards hat segment. Like, everybody wears a backwards hat.
Let's do it. Hey, but let me know that. You know, I'm really curious on what you guys think about me with the no hat. I think
we should do a backwards hat episode though. Like me and you both wearing a backwards.
The backwards hat, yeah, let's do it. I got a couple in my room you can borrow.
Oh, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, now let me know though. You know, I've been getting a lot of comments that people are liking the new I guess Brandon. You know, the no hat Brandon.
No hat Brandon.
There's a bunch of mixed opinions. Yo, Brandon, put it back on. And then people are starting to be like, yo, no, we're the red one, we're the purple one, we're the blue one, the black one. I'm like, okay, whoa. But yeah, but we're here.
But yeah, so we've been traveling a lot, all the trips, you know, Coachella, Ultra, Miami, all that stuff. So it felt good to really just be home and just kind of lock in for a little bit. But we're back grinding. You know, today we're interviewing a very new guest to you guys.
Mm-hmm. You may have seen him here and there though, within the clips, within the vlogs. If you guys check out the wild vlogs,
maybe on your For You page, you know what I'm saying?
That.
He goes on Instagram and TikTok and yaps about his story times. A lot of creators been talking about him. He has been featured in a few pods. You know, he does have some hype going for him. But today we're actually going to be putting him in the hot seat, asking him some questions and really digging deep into him. So today we're going to be having an exclusive Wild Podcast episode with Mr. Parker Reid.
Hey, looking a little small today.
Unfortunately, yeah, I've been losing size.
Really?
Okay.
But first appearance, I'm glad. I'm glad to be on.
All right. So you said that you're kind of small. Like, what's the reasoning for you?
What
Like,
you mean small?
no, he called you small, and then you were like, "Yeah, unfortunately." Like, I don't think you're small, man. You're pretty big and shit.
I woke up, I was 160.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, it's good. I like it. But Brandon, he's talking about small.
Yeah, man. What's up? Hey, man. Look, if you're gonna be talking about the way I look, we gotta do the arm wrestling, bro. I've been challenging with the arm wrestling. I know sooner or later it's gonna have
Can
to
we
happen.
do it on the pod?
I mean,
Bro, he doesn't do it.
what you mean I don't do it?
Wait,
I'm
can
telling
we
you,
do
I'm
it on
down
the
for the
pod?
arm wrestle, but you don't. Like,
Can we do it on the pod?
I've never done it.
Is that a good clip?
Well, him and I arm wrestling.
Hey, yeah, you sit right here. Y'all two should arm wrestle right now.
Should
Wait,
we-
how much do you weigh?
147.
Okay,
I
cool.
only weigh 13 more pounds.
Look at that.
Let's arm wrestle.
All right,
Let's do
cool.
it.
I'll
Let's do
move
it,
my
man.
mic.
All right, man. Come on. Look,
All right.
one and done.
One and done. No, you better not be doing the.
No. Look. All right, we gotta actually let's do it.
Yeah, wait. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Dude, you're full of shit. What is?
There ain't no.
Oh man.
The technique though. He did like the wrist thing. I blame it on the wrist.
Yeah, it's technique.
Yeah, technique.
It's not strength.
All right.
Dude,
Anyway.
no way, bro.
Bro, come on. It's not. How long you been working out?
4 years.
4 years.
Damn,
straight.
bro. That's
his
crazy.
life. So you know.
That's why. See, I've been working out for 2 years.
Oh.
I understand. Yeah. So when I catch up to my
So you started at 28.
first, I'm not even. What are you talking about? I started at 28.
Like you're 30, so you started at 28.
I'm not 30. Who said I'm 30?
But that's what your birthday said.
Okay, man. Well,
All
look.
right,
Anyway,
anyways.
it don't matter,
That's
man.
it.
Oh man.
You're 25 apparently.
Wait, can I like see
Apparently.
we don't got to arm wrestle. Like I might save it
Oh,
for
he's
another
challenging
episode,
next?
but I just want to feel real quick. Like just a little feel.
We're like actually trying.
Wait, just a little bit. We're not gonna actually go though.
No, but I think Brandon was actually pushing full.
All right, ready?
No, I wasn't.
3,
All right.
2, 1, go.
See, he's weak.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I can't lose like officially.
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
I'm not in my full workout mode.
Yeah, see me. No, but we figured it out. 4 years. That's what's missing. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's whatever. It doesn't matter.
But who is Parker Reid? Tell us about you. So like, I mean, I'll just run you through. Where you from?
Originally, quick backstory. Born in Colombia, went to New York, was traveling across the country, ended up in LA.
Fire.
Yeah,
And how old are you?
19.
Right. And according to you know what I'm saying, what I be seeing, you're a virgin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are that.
And what's your like sexuality?
My sexuality, I'm straight.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, so so now you're starting and all that. So what would you say the most memorable experience you had so far doing it? Because you just started.
Yeah, I would say most memorable, my 24-hour stream. I literally,
I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. So how was that? Because I was getting a lot of messages on my page. There was like a copycat on the loose,
yeah.
copying the 24 hours.
Well, I definitely had inspiration from yours, 24 hours.
That's the word I meant.
I didn't try to break the world record. I didn't even get close.
I wasn't though. I
okay.
never done a 24-hour stream, and I was actually thinking maybe for May I should try it because you inspire me. You know.
Ooh, it's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be cool too because like it's my birthday month. Next month's my birthday, May 30th. In case you want to go, you know what I'm saying, show some love on my page next month. But how was a 24-hour stream? So like,
It was great.
did you sleep?
Yeah, I slept, dude. It was crazy Cause I went to like 3 a.m. up, but then I woke up at like 7. So for 4 hours, I was just on stream asleep. And you know, thankfully there was some supporters there watching me. I thought it was great because I'm like, damn, people they really like me to the point where they even want to see me sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn. So I fell asleep 4 hours. I thought when I woke up there was gonna be no people there. Still a good amount of people watching me.
Wow.
But they were kind of having discussions within themselves.
No, they be talking in the chat and shit,
they're
making
like
friends.
They're like, yeah, he looks hot when he's asleep. But I watched it back and my mouth was wide open.
oh, you're drooling and
I'm
shit?
like, damn, you think I'm hot when I'm drooling? Like, what the hell?
So you're straight. So was there any point of like within you being straight that you were like kind of curious midway? Maybe you're like, look, maybe I'm kind of.
Am I like curious midway?
Yeah, but sure. Yeah. I mean, you're 19, maybe like 15, 16. You're kind of like experimenting, or like have you always been straight your whole entire life?
I say I was always comfortable around gay people.
Okay.
But it was just by coincidence, like high school, things like that. Like majority friend group in high school, I wouldn't say majority, but a good part of my high school friend group was like
gay.
Like gay.
So you had a lot of gay homies.
I had a lot of gay homies. Like, and the gay homies, like, they're all encompassing. I'm not gonna lie.
They're all attracted to you?
No. I don't think any of them are attracted to me.
No, like
I think,
attracted. Like you were just there and they
yeah,
were like,
they gravitate.
Yeah,
They
gravitate.
gravitate. Like literally, I remember.
So you just attract gay homies.
I remember junior year, I sat down in a table.
So like last year.
Hmm.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I remember junior year, I sat down at a lunch table, and unfortunately, none of my friends were actually in that period. I sat at a table, like 5 dudes were there. I was like, yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And the next day, I asked them, I was like, you know, nothing offensive. I was like, they were talking in a slightly elevated pitch. I was like, are you guys gay? They were like, yeah. But they thought I was going to judge them. But I was like, nah, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just curious. Because not once did they talk about girls.
So you were curious?
No, I wasn't curious. I was curious if they were gay.
Okay.
And so I had my suspicions confirmed. Oh my god. But as if I was curious, nah. But I was always comfortable around the, you know, community.
I see.
So, but here's the thing though. When you have many gay homies, they will joke around. They'll be like, oh, you know, if you're ever stressed, you know, I could help you out. And then you're like, ah, shut up. But they laugh. They'll be like, you know that if you actually wanted to, I could have, you know, gotten something.
Right. Now, have you ever thought in the back of your mind, like, oh, hey, maybe they're also subbed to my page?
I could tell you stories about that.
Wait, I want to ask a question before we get
crazy?
into. Wait, before we do that. Yeah. So at first you were against doing it, and now you're doing it. What happened?
I literally made videos about it. They're like, why I'll never start a spicy page.
Right.
And so what happened was, I mean, just being around you guys, really. I think what it is when you're not in the world of like creators, like it's very stigmatized. You feel like you have to do things you don't want to do, maybe, or like maybe things you're not comfortable with.
Right.
But for example, when I'm around people such as yourself, you guys mainly do things you're comfortable with. It's not anything you're like super against or say like something you really don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I'm like, wait, people can just do this and people just admire you for you. Because the main thing is you're just talking to your supporters, really.
Right.
And the stuff is like a bonus. They mainly just want to talk to you as a person.
Right.
So I realized
you on a deeper level.
Yeah. So I realized that, and I was thinking about it. I think the majority of people think about it as like studio work. I realized the main thing is like people just want to know you.
Yeah.
And you know you, I guess, is also a part of you.
Yeah.
But like it's an enjoyable part that that you know everyone benefits from. Yeah. So that's really what changed. I realized. Many people have a misconception. They think it's like studio work, but it's not.
Yeah.
You're really
on the outside looking in. It looks different, but whenever you're inside and actually around the people filming and seeing everything, like it's not. Like you said, everything we do, like we've been. Well, at least for me, any person that I collab with or any content I do, I feel comfortable with. I don't feel forced to. I don't feel like, oh, I really need to do this for this. Like it's a lot of the stuff we've done is like, yeah, I want to do this. You know
exactly. And I feel like from my homies like back home, I feel like that's something I had to like tell them about because I told them like, yeah, you know, I'm doing like now. And most people just think it's like studio stuff, but it's like really you only have to do what you're comfortable with. And I always hear from you guys, it's like just do. No, it wasn't you guys. It was Drake. Drake Vaughn. He said, hold off or like don't give everything right away.
Yeah.
And like just stick to doing what you're 100% comfortable with for
Shout
as
out
long
Drake.
as possible. So that's the main thing with me. And that's why I decided to get into it. It destigmatized it. It got destigmatized in my mind. But
Yeah,
to
I
go
agree.
back to the gay homie sub to my page, true. There's a 100% true story. My old boss at a fast food spot I worked at, he's actually subscribed to my page. I've been messaging him, and he was
Like, did he come out? Like, did he go under like as an alias, or like he just said, "Oh, I'm this person. Do you remember me?" Like,
He had an alias, but then he sent a selfie, and he was like, "Do you remember me?" I was like, "Yeah, obviously I do." Like, what the fuck? Like, I was working with him for like 8 months, and then at that same establishment, my coworker, he's like a 40-year-old like gentleman. He was subscribed too. So I'm like, at that fast food establishment, it seems like the whole crew is subscribed to my page.
now are they gay or DLs, or what's your
Did
take
you,
on that?
yeah, did you even know they had any interest in you at all within those times?
Well, I don't know if this is controversial. I was 17 when I was working there, so no one made an advance.
Right.
But like, I mean, now I'm 19, so I'm above age.
So they pre-ordered.
They pre-ordered pretty much. They pre-ordered because I was 17, and you know what the crazy thing is? They were never DL though. Like everyone knew that they were like into guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they like go both ways, type of thing. Because one of them has a kid, but like he had him when he was like 18. So the kid's like in his 20s now.
Right.
He's older than me, but like he messaged me. He was telling me because you know you're cool with like coworkers. I'm not sure how much you guys work in like the like fast food industry, but I was like, yo, I'll see you, bro. Dap him up, and then you know you do the side hug type of thing. He messaged me on my blue page, and he was like, yo, you know, like when you gave me that hug, like I remember that. And I was like, what the hell? I mean, nothing against it, but I was like, damn, like I didn't know he was thinking about me in that way back then. You know, thankfully now he's subscribed to my page, and he's not.
You spend a good amount.
No, my boss did. My old boss did.
The boss got the money.
Yeah. The coworker, you know, he's there.
Interesting.
He's there. But yeah, my old boss did spend a good amount. But yeah, no, it's actually crazy how it all wraps around. And they told me, like they've been subscribed to you guys for like 3 years.
Dang.
Or like, no, I guess Brandon 3 years because you've only been in the scene for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
But throughout the whole time you've been in the scene, they've been subscribed to you, watching you. And I thought,
Well, I hope they enjoy our content. You know, now that you're doing it, you know they'll be seeing.
Hey,
more,
shout
more
out
of
boss. Shout out the boss. Shout out to you.
Shout
Appreciate
out.
the support.
oh, I'm not gonna say his name, but
Nah,
shout out,
that's okay,
shout out L.
Oh, I was just wondering. At any moment, has there been a time where like you question your sexuality?
Has there been a time where I questioned my sexuality?
Yeah.
Besides like the lunch table with your gay friends.
But I don't think that was questioning.
Okay,
But was
I
there
still don't
ever a
believe you.
time when I questioned my sexuality?
Yeah.
Let me see. If I had to think, I mean, no, actually, I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, I remember I told my mom, I was like, my favorite color is purple. And I went back to my room. She called me in, Parker. And then she was like, do you like boys? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yo.
But then like for a week after that, I was like, do I like boys? But then I was looking at all the boys in my class, and I was like, they're all ugly as fuck. And so it wasn't questioning, but I'm like, why is my mom asking me this? It's just a color.
Color, yeah.
It's purple. I was like, my favorite color is purple. And this is a true story. Like, and then after that, I started to hate purple.
Yeah.
I started to hate purple. I never wore purple or pink. Because, like, imagine she reacted like that with purple. Imagine how she reacted with
would
pink.
be kicking
Oh
out
my God, I'd
the
be
house.
like, I'd be homeless at 10.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, no. I think that's the only time I might have questioned it, because I'm like, if the adults, because when growing up, you see the adults as like very smart. Obviously, you know, you grow up and you're like, everyone's really just figuring it out.
Yep.
So I thought my mom had some hidden knowledge. I'm like, maybe liking purple makes you like boys. But no, I realized it actually doesn't. The only thing that is your sexuality is what you actually enjoy.
Yeah.
So do you think your sexuality can change over time?
I think you can discover it.
Discover. Okay.
If
you're
you grow
young.
up like for example, if you grow up in a certain area and it's like very just like
Normalized?
conservative type of area, then
Right.
you move out to a place like, let's say you move to WeHo,
Right.
and you start going to the clubs.
Right.
Maybe one of the people there could help you realize something, but I don't think it's changing it. I think it's like you're realizing what could have happened. So, or like what you liked but just weren't exposed to.
Right, it was suppressed.
maybe you're bi, but you like the feminine type of guys, right? But then in your neighborhood, there was only masculine type of guys,
Right.
And then you go
So
to
your type was never there, so you never had a chance.
You never
to
knew.
explore. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then you go to WeHo, you see, some of the more effeminate gentlemen, like maybe I want to spend a night there. So I think you can discover it. So
Yeah. I hear what you're saying though. Like, yeah, no, 100%. I don't like purple either. But also too, I want to say this. I've kind of had a similar experience to you in a way with my mother, but she thought I was I think it was like 8 years old. I was crossing my legs while sitting down because I was comfortable.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, and my mom was like, "Why are you sitting like that?" I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm just comfortable." And then she was like, "Guys don't sit like that." Mm-hmm. And then she took me to the doctor's, therapist. Yeah. And it was like a whole thing that around that time when I was 8
A
to
therapist?
9. Yeah, to talk about
Crossing your legs.
Because my mom wanted like some answers that I don't know, because she thought I was probably like in denial around that time or something. And because I was crossing my legs at 8 or 9 years old, sitting down comfortably, like just because my legs wasn't like straight how guys are supposed to sit, but because I had my legs crossed, she thought it was like something else. So she thought if I went to go talk to like a professionalist or something like that about my
Maybe
feelings,
you could figure out.
yeah, I would maybe if I were to.
How did it end though?
No, I wasn't gay.
Oh, okay.
My mom wasted her money on
You're
that.
not gay.
Basic. Well, I mean, my own personal choice, right? I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, but it's true. It's crazy. And I think she actually did say that on one of the episodes we have with her.
Yeah, she did actually.
Yeah.
So, do you know any DLs? Yeah.
DLs.
Yeah, tell us about your story in DLs, huh? Why are you laughing, bro?
Nah, it's because I think it's so interesting though.
I know
because
this topic really lightened you up.
The DLs topic. No, I think it's funny because I remember, I'm an online stalker. I think I saw.
You're an online stalker?
Well, not really, but like I think I saw a clip of you saying like before you started, you didn't know any of the terms.
I didn't.
You didn't know DL or anything. So, I mean, with all my friends, my homies, my gay homies in high school, I always knew the term like DL, like from junior year onwards. So I think the world of DLs is very interesting because do I know any right now? Not really. But growing up, yeah. Because I remember in high school, they would tell me that, well, here's what happens with, not to scare any, if there's any DLs watching, most gay people, part of the community, will not out you. But if they're very close with the guy, they probably will. But what they would tell me is they'd be like, oh, yeah, I met up with this guy last night, and he was on the wrestling team, whatever. But I was very close to everyone on the wrestling team. I was actually on my wrestling team. So I'm like, damn, this is one of my teammates having fun with the gentlemen. Yeah, with the homies. And I'd press him for like a week. And for a week, he'd be like, nah, I'm not going to tell you. And it'd be like the most like alpha, like jock looking dude on the team. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was surprising.
Oh, he told you the guy?
He told me. He ended up telling me. It was the most like alpha looking dude. So it made me realize, I'm like, people can hide their orientation very well. Because you wouldn't expect it. But ultimately, he stopped being DL in his senior year because
He came out.
no, he didn't come out. He got exposed.
What? He got leaked?
Yeah, he got leaked. And he thought he was on his like private Twitter account, but he was actually on his public. He commented under this dude's post like, yo, pull up to our city. I'll show you a good time. And within like 30 minutes, like everyone saw that. They were like, yo, what the fuck? Like he was being a horn dog on the internet. And then he got caught. But no one really judged him. This is what I'm saying. Like, why is there DLs? Because you guys are not getting judged. Even though this guy was trying to be alpha, whatever, he was low-key trying to be against the community.
Right.
When that got exposed, no one was like acting weird to him.
Yeah.
They were all like, everyone forgot about it within 12 hours.
Yeah.
And then the next day it was back to normal. So I don't know why people are DL, because no one actually cares. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we've heard a lot about your sexual encounters, but I want to get into a little more preference. What do you prefer? So we're going to head over to another segment called Wild This or That. We're going to give you two options, and you just pick and give your reasoning why. All right?
All right, bro.
All right, you can start off, Brandon.
All right, so Parker, here's what we got for you: lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
Okay,
Why?
well, yeah, how come?
I like to see what's going on.
Right.
You know, here's the thing though, is like, I just like to see the face. It's nice to see what's going on. I like the visual. I'm a very visual person. I like the way things look.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say that. I like to see what's going on.
All right. You know, you are a virgin, so I don't know how well you can answer these, but quickie or all-nighter? If you hypothetically, you know.
Quickie or all-nighter?
Yeah, like a quick, like, you know, like quick little 2-5 minute all
Quickie.
night. Just
Quickie for sure.
cool. Why?
Because if you're in, for example, if you're in public and like you go to a public restroom, like it's like the family restroom type
Yeah.
of thing. It's like, yo, 2 minutes. Yo, I think that's it's exhilarating. I always like risk. So that risk is like adding. And maybe that's why I like the casino so much.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you like to gamble?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to gamble. I lost my net worth 6 months ago. So yeah.
How did that feel exhilarating?
It was it's when you lose your net worth at the casino, what happens is
You fight for
rea-
it back.
No, you realize that it's actually not that bad.
What
And
was
that-
your net worth?
like $5,000.
Okay.
That's it. Like, that's all I had in the bank. No, it wasn't 6. It was like 8 months ago.
And what'd you play?
Baccarat, blackjack, and yeah, I mainly lost it on blackjack because you know when you play
That
virtual
happens.
blackjack.
Yeah.
I think I played virtual blackjack with Brandon a couple months ago. They have an option, bet everything, right? And I was doing $100 hand, and I was like, all right, I was trying to do a $100 hand. It said bet all the side bets, but it didn't say side bets, just said bet all. So I put $100 on all the side bets, and it was like 10 side bets. None of them hit, and I just lost $1,000 just like that. And it was not even intentional. I was like, what the fuck? It was like I literally just donated money to a charity organization, but I actually felt pretty good because I helped the charity organization, because that's what the casino does. It helps people get rich. So yeah,
I can see that.
it helps people get rich.
I have a question.
What?
So, you know, I've seen a lot of viral TikToks of you talking a lot about your gay homie, right? So, like, would you say, like, yeah, do you guys still have like a good relationship? Do you still talk to him?
I'd say the two best like videos I've posted in terms of them was, this happened like at least 2 weeks ago. It was when me and him were, you know, we are roommates pretty much, and he was telling me like, it's kind of weird. I don't like to air out the business. I know I say it on
You
Instagram.
literally talk about it all day.
I talk about it on Instagram, but it's like, damn, like this is a podcast, and for me, it's like, because I just have a bit of a smaller account, so it's like the reach isn't that
Yeah, I was
much.
gonna say, has he found any of your videos yet?
Nah,
think so?
I think I blocked him.
Oh, okay. Good.
I blocked him. I blocked any people because I'm like, if he finds this out, he's gonna be angry as hell.
True.
So, but what happened was, like, we were just like chilling, right? And he actually recently broke up with his boyfriend, and he told me like, can we cuddle? And I was like, why would I do that? Like, I'm straight. He said it doesn't make me gay, but it's just because him and his boyfriend used to cuddle every night. And
Did you do it?
no, I didn't end up doing it, but it just helped me understand his perspective. Like, him and his boyfriend did that every night for like many months.
Right.
Many months. Not 6 months, though, because that does seem to be the limit. But many months, him and his boyfriend were cuddling every single night. And I was like, I get it. You just want the sense of comfort. I don't think it's anything about me specifically.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, bro, just cuddle your pillow. That's what I do. I just hug my pillow.
Nah, I get
It's
you.
You should
really
just
not a
let
big
him
deal.
like hug your leg or something.
Hug your leg.
He
Oh, I
got
don't know.
a
No, because then when I wake up with the morning wood, it's going to slap him in the face. So I don't want to inconvenience anyone.
True. I would hate that.
Oh my gosh.
That's true. Well, do you have any other crazy stories you have with your gay homie though? Like any other stories that maybe you haven't shared on the TikTok or Instagram?
I mean, I feel like everything that was like a big deal, I told like Instagram about it.
Okay, like what?
I feel like a lot of it is just he's just always mad at me. Like,
What does he get mad about?
I don't get it. Like, it's just I feel like for example, one of the things I posted, and this happened like 5 days ago, recent. He was telling me about the new guy he's been talking to, but then I started telling him about the girl that I was talking to, and he literally left the room. Right, he left. 12 hours, didn't talk to me, and I felt like I had to go on a nature retreat. I was thinking about it all day, and I just went into the mountains. I was like thinking to myself, and he told me like after I got back, after like almost 24 hours not talking to me, he was like, it's just like I feel like, you know, you're not paying attention to me. I'm like, bro, we live together. Mm-hmm. I feel like he understood after that, but it's like whenever I mention anything in my life, he just seems to get angry, and it doesn't make sense to me.
So do you think he got jealous?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just like when you have friends, right? Do you ever notice like with you ever had like a very close friend? Maybe Brandon, like,
Yeah.
do you see them hanging out with someone else?
They're taking attention away.
And you're like, why are you hanging out with that person?
Yeah.
But there's no like romantic emotion involved. It's just like,
And you just got that aura, that magnetism that the gays love you, right?
I wouldn't say gays, but
I mean, remember back to your high school lunch table, bro?
But here's the thing, though. Those high school friends, I haven't spoken to them since I graduated. So it's like, if I really had that magnetism, maybe they would have tried to reach out. You know, I've spoken to them maybe once or twice. But, you know, when you have school friends,
yeah,
that's that type of thing. But
they leave.
But here's the thing. As soon as I came to LA, I got whole new gay homies. So
Well, I mean, that begs a question though. So do you think like a straight guy and a gay guy can be friends? From your personal experience, what do you think?
100%. Why can't gay guys and
What if he
straight
got
guys be
feelings
friends?
for you?
Maybe what if they get mad at you?
I think the only way someone can get feelings for somebody is if they think they could be reciprocated. Like, because at the end of the day, our brain is trying to keep ourselves as happy as possible.
Right.
But if they know, all right, this guy's straight, maybe they could be like, oh, he's a good looking guy, but they're not actually going to get feelings for you. Same way, like people be telling me my gay homie likes me, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
What if they have like a crazy imagination where they feel like they can convert you? Or maybe one day, you know, they might just get you. Like, I feel like
might just get me.
Yeah, like a lot of DL homies or a lot of gay people, they
might ask you for a haircut.
Yeah.
That's
or
true.
I go to WeHo, West Hollywood, and they just say everybody got a little gay in them. You just got to, you know, couple shots or get them on the right day.
Couple shots is crazy, but I think get them on the right day. I think, like I said, everyone's figuring it out by the day. Whatever they are, whatever they want to do, they'll figure it out. But maybe a lot of people have wild imaginations. People can delude themselves into many things.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Your friend.
Can a gay guy and a straight guy be friends? 99.99999% of the time, yes. That 0.00001%.
How long have you guys been
maybe.
friends?
I say, like online, like 3 years, but like LA,
I
living
just feel
with
like,
them,
you know, with time builds relationships and shit. So, you know.
it does, but time also demystifies.
That's true.
A lot of the attraction that people have is because they like don't fully know you. But I feel like I live with this guy. He's like, he sees me at the worst. So like, there's no way he could want me. Like, there's literally no way.
You don't think so?
No way at all.
Have you ever done anything with him? Or like,
Done
what's the most, like, has he seen your dick or what?
Actually, funny you say that. I mean, one day I was showering and he walked in, but like, but like he walked out. You know when you walk in on someone, you're like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
walk
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But I feel like that actually helps me. If he wanted me, or if he wanted to see he would have stayed.
True.
Would you show him?
Would I show him?
Like willingly?
But no, actually, now that you mention it, I think yeah.
So back to your gay homie. So you guys haven't done anything, right? What's like the most you guys have done?
I've hugged him. I will say this.
That is pretty intimate.
Intimate.
I think hug is worse than kissing.
All right.
Why you say that?
It's like hug. It's like why you wrapping your arms around my waist?
But you hugged me.
Bro, kissing like
I've
you're
never.
swapping.
I've dapped you up.
You hugged
Kissing
me.
is like swapping spit and shit.
Okay,
Dude.
but which is worse, kissing or
On
actually
your birthday.
sexual intercourse?
On your birthday, you literally gave me the
kissing.
double hand.
I was thinking, what?
You gave me the double handy.
I've never gave you no double handy. What are you talking
You had
about?
like the 2 arms around me.
For
On
real?
your birthday, you gave me
oh,
a
it's my
2.
birthday. When you celebrate, it's different.
Oh,
when
When
you,
he's drunk, it doesn't count.
couple shots in.
I think.
Hey, Julian's onto something.
Nah,
bro,
but here's what I'm saying. I think when Brandon gets drunk, he just does all the things he truly wants to do.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay. Hey, because the last time a clip like that went crazy, people at WeHo went insane with that one.
No,
and
but
really.
no, what I'm saying is you just, you do the things you truly want to do when you're drunk.
Nah, man. Look, let me tell you this. Everything enhances when you're lit. All right? And I'm gonna just say that whether it's the mindset, whether it's the over exaggeration of the touching, it happens, and you know best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But it's okay though. It don't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's cool. Everyone knows that I
You know
was
what's
lit.
crazy? I've never hugged Julian,
Oh no,
but like there. But Brandon, I actually enjoy hugging him.
Bro, boy, but Julian, Julian.
But it's a crazy difference though, because I think I've like done the whole like arm around you like at least
It's
3
cool.
times now.
Yeah, it's cool.
At least 3 times. Julian 0.
Okay, but do you notice though? Ready for this one? This is gonna be crazy, full circle. But you memorized them, like they were memorable to you. As
I don't
as
remember.
were your side hugs to your other gay homies back when.
No, I did not
yes.
remember the coworker hug.
Bro,
The coworker gay homie hug.
Yes.
I did not remember the gay homie hug, bro.
No, not you, but they remembered it.
Talk about they remembered it, dude. And
The hugs-
let
the
me
hugs are
just make
intimate.
a little side point.
Okay,
You remember
all
how my coworker from the fast food spot, like, is subbed to me on my page?
Right.
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, all the things I said to you, like joking around, I actually meant them. And and it was because
Oh my God.
I remember I was telling him about some stories about with like girls messaging me. He was like, nah, but I get it because you a good looking dude though, for real. And he said it like 3 times straight. Like, you a good look. He just kept saying that. I don't know why. And he was like, I meant all of that. Like when he was up to my page, I'm like, thank you. I mean, I didn't think he was serious, but as for the memorability, I don't remember the exact ones, but I remember your birthday.
Yeah.
You gave me a nice, long hug.
I do remember that one too. I'm not
His
gonna lie.
brotherly love, maybe.
Yeah, brotherly love.
Yeah. No,
Cousin love.
cousin love. Yeah.
Cousin
We're
love.
cousins. Not true, but
Not
actually it is true.
So, what's your gay homie like? Where do you see this friendship going? Or like, do you think he's trying to change your mind or what?
I already answered this. He's not trying to change my mind, but where do I think the friendship's going? I think we're going
All right.
I think we're going to 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old. We're friends for life. That's my boy.
All right,
That's my brother.
Okay, so what do you love the most about having a gay best friend that is like uncomparable to either like a girlfriend or like a straight friend? You know,
Yeah,
like
I think it's going into a new world. That's what it is.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
How
that.
can you see it? I want to know your opinion before I say mine.
Okay, you first.
No, say it. I'm telling you.
I like to be respectful to my guest.
If you're respectful, you go along with what they
Ah,
say.
man, look, let me tell you this.
You have gay friends? I know you have gay friends.
I do. I never.
Exactly,
I
so
never
I want-
said I didn't.
Okay, so then
Okay,
go
look.
ahead.
The reason why I do like to hang around a lot of my gay friends more so than anyone else is because I feel like they bring out a party side of me like no one else can. They're fun. They're really loud, enjoyable to be around, and they get me drinks.
Okay.
In a good way, but I would buy them drinks too. It goes both ways. And I think when you have a gay friend, they always have your back. And I think they have more so of like an aggressive personality aside to them. I don't know. It's because of like how they like kind of got brought up or whatever, or like anything, from back when. But these are things that they tell me, right? They're a bit aggressive. They're fun to have. They're fun to be around and all that. But they'll defend you. They'll be on some, on their.
They're very loyal.
Yes.
I'll tell you that. So like I would say my favorite thing is about having gay homies is they're very loyal, and it's a new world because the reason I have very few like girlfriends is because I just feel like the whole, I don't know. I mean, this is controversial, but I don't really like to have many girlfriends because it's like, I feel like I'm gonna end up wanting them. Okay, especially because I'm touch deprived. I'm touch deprived, never lost my virginity. So I think I'm very susceptible to girls.
Right.
So with my gay homies, it's like I get to find out, and I like to observe people. So they tell me about things I never knew in my life. So that's especially why now when I started like the Blue page, I was very in the know about certain terms like twink, bear, DL, things like that. I knew about it before I even began. And it was like just new knowledge I was gaining from people.
Does it bother you whenever people like question your sexuality since you got like a gay homie or hang out with gay people?
No, not at all. Because it's like, I mean, you could tell if I was replying to the comments in my Instagram comment section that if I cared, but I really don't care because it's like, I feel like with social media, people want to be exactly what you say they want to be the opposite of what you say you are. If you say I'm straight, people are going to say you're gay. If you say I'm gay, people are going to say you're straight. So like,
I don't know about that second one.
so if you're gay, people might not say you're straight.
Yeah.
Or if you just say I'm not straight, cause I don't know. I mean, let me tell you. Let me tell you this example.
Okay.
Let me tell you this example. I just be scrolling on TikTok, right? I see your guys' podcast with Brad. He's saying he's bi, right? I think that's pretty believable. People were saying, oh, well, I think Brad is straight, but he's trying to rationalize the whole thing. So he's saying he's bi. I'm like, what are you talking? People just want to be against whatever you're saying. So I think in my videos when I just let people know I'm straight just so they can know the whole dynamic, do I care that they're saying I'm gay? No, because I know that if I just didn't mention my sexuality, they'd be like, oh, you're a gay baiter. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's like straight for pay.
Yeah, I mean Drake Vaughn is straight for pay. So if you don't say your sexuality, you're a gay baiter. If you say you're straight, you're gay. So I'd much rather just have people think I'm gay, because I'm much rather be gay than a baiter.
So enough with your gay homie.
Yeah, I mean he's great, but just to close out the topic,
yeah,
I think people will just go against whatever you say you are.
I agree.
Yeah.
Rage bait. That's what things are these days. But let's talk about your personal relationship life. So, are you talking to anybody? Do you have a girlfriend? Yeah.
Am I talking to anyone?
Are you dating anyone? What's your relationship status?
Man, who we talking to? Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I was in a situationship for a good year and a half, almost 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, that's pretty serious. I think after 6 months, that's when things get.
Yeah, no, but I feel like the whole time she was telling me that I should just make it official, but it just never felt right. But recently, I went back to New York, and we kind of just ended things from there.
Why?
It's unfortunate, but I just feel like she wanted me to stick to myself, or to just stick to her, kind of. She didn't really care about me being in LA and her being in New York. She just I just feel like I'm way too young to settle down in terms of talking to one person at a time. And it kind of makes me think maybe it makes me think maybe I might get an addiction when I lose it. Because a year and a half talking to this one girl.
Wait, so are you heartbroken right now?
Am I heartbroken? It's like numb. I've been feeling numb the past week.
Really?
Because the past week, day before I left, we ended things. My relationship status is kind of just doing my own thing right now. It's been a year and a half talking to someone almost every day.
Oh, y'all talked every day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Dang,
longest we went without talking was like a day. But it's over now.
So what's your type? Or can you describe her?
My type?
Yeah.
I mean, my type, healthy looking people. Healthy looking people. I don't like people that look unhealthy.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty basic. I don't care about whatever,
So they could be flat?
Healthy,
actually,
not starving.
Low-key, yeah. I mean, as long as here's the thing, is that goes back to healthy. If someone is skin and bones, that's not healthy. If someone is very, very high on the BMI scale, that's not healthy either.
I like.
So I like a middle ground. I think though, because of my height, I think someone who's between 5'7" and 5'10".
So you like the taller people?
Taller people, yeah. That's my preferred. So I'd say really it's people with good facial structure. You know, I got some good cheekbones on me, whatever the hell you want to say.
Yeah.
I have a good facial structure. I like people with good facial structure, 5'7" to 5'10".
Wait, so
That's me. That's my type.
how old are you?
Like, I think I'm 6'1" now, but I was 6'2". I lost a height. I lost an inch of height. Believe it or not.
Wait, so 5'10".
Yeah.
Like,
I lost 1 inch though, because I've been when you guys met me, I think I was like 25 pounds more. And you have fat pads on the bottom of your feet. So when you lose body fat, the fat on the bottom of your feet literally shrinks. So I measure myself, I'm 6'1", and I lost an inch of height, unfortunately.
that's fine. I'm trying to. So like your type is 5'7", 5'10".
That's my type. But I mean, I don't have anything against the shorter people.
I
Or
mean,
taller.
it just went up. So I'm thinking about like 5'10", right? So like when it gets to 5'10", like what do you meet someone that's like 5'10"?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Where?
Like, yeah, like I don't think.
Wherever. I mean,
I
on
don't
the
even think I got-
street, on any dating app, whatever.
All right, so like, are you on any dating apps?
I am, but like I forget I have them.
So
Like
you're
I'm
not
on.
heavily on them.
I have Hinge. But I go on it once a week for like 10 minutes. I literally forget about it.
Can I ask you a question real quick? Like, complete. Wait, it's about this though. So Hinge, right? You know that means that the person like it has to be interested in you to go about messaging you. Like you can't message that person, so you have to wait for the person to actually go about doing the action
Matching
first.
you. Yeah.
But the girl has to respond to you. So are you more so like a type where like you prefer when people go up to you and talk to you?
100%. I say yeah. Like I feel like in terms of the framing,
Yeah.
it's much better when a girl comes up to you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you guys this. Everyone watching right now, if you, I don't mean to go into gender dynamics or like things that are outdated, but if you are the more masculine person in the relationship, it is generally better if the more feminine person is the one pursuing you. I feel like it's just a better dynamic, because if it's like, if you're a guy and you're simping over a girl, or if you're like who knows, a bear simping over a twink, it's
Good
like,
example.
yeah, if you're a bear simping over a twink, it's like you are physically the bigger person there. Why are you like simping over
Yeah.
that specific person? But I don't know, maybe that's outdated, but I just feel like it's much better when the girl or, you know, the twink or whatever is going after you. But obviously you're showing your interest, but it's just much better. It's just a much better dynamic. Because here's the thing. People will, like girls or whatever, will try to like have, oh, you're the man, you better do this and that. Like, you want me to spend hundreds or whatever amount of dollars on you to like convince you to be with me, you better be showing some effort. So that's why I prefer the dynamic of a girl going after me initially than me being the main pursuer. That's a little tangent of mine, but
Oh, it's cool. Everyone got a preference of going about certain ways.
everyone
I
has
get
their
that.
own perspective,
Yeah.
but that's just what I prefer.
Cool.
Got it. So, what's like your worst date story? Worst date you ever been on?
So, I guess I should have douched before the date, but when I was on a date with this girl, we got some ice cream. And I think at this point in time, I was lactose intolerant, but I think I tolerate lactose now.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes in, we had some ice cream, and my stomach was about to explode. I was literally about to, you know, myself on the date.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to call my boy. I was like, yo, I need you to pick me up right now, because I didn't have a car. I was dead broke. And he came 10 minutes later. I was like, yo, I have to go right away, because there was no bathroom available. It was like 10 p.m. All the bathrooms were closed. So I had to leave immediately. And she really didn't speak to me again, because here's the thing.
I was gonna say, where did she go?
No, she never spoke to me again, because I was too embarrassed to tell her I was literally about to shit myself on the date. So in terms of me, that was the worst date I can remember, because it was only like 40 minutes, and it was my fault as to what happened.
I would have told her. I think that would have been a funny ass date. Like,
Bro, I think so,
I
but
ate ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant.
no, but here's the thing: is like I was like 15
What a
or
way.
something, or 16.
No,
I was
yeah,
like
that
I was
makes sense.
insecure.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I would have just owned up to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I would have gone in the
Yeah.
woods at that
Hey, just so
point.
you know, 18, that was a year ago.
For me, 18.
Yeah, for you.
Oh, that was what 12.
Not for me.
Oh, okay. No,
Nah,
but
not for
I
me.
think if we keep the script correct, it's only 7 years ago for you. But
Right.
the worst date that a girl did to me,
Well, I mean,
I think the worst date possible was that was the one that I caused. The worst date a girl caused was well, growing up, I don't want to get too much into the backstory, but I was like really growing up in a bad area, single mom type of thing. So before the date, here's the thing, I finessed my way into dates when I was like younger, like 16, 17.
Okay.
I would tell them like, yo, we're going on a date, but like you're paying. And they'd be like, I'm down, whatever. Yeah. And because I never try to lie. I'm like, yo, I have no money. And we got to the place, even though she agreed, like paying for my food, she would not pay for anything. So we got there and like it was 5 minutes going back and forth. Eventually she ended up paying, but it was 5 minutes of telling her like, yo, can you please pay for this food? And afterwards, yeah, I mean, we still talk. We never went on another date again.
Enough about girls. Do you have any sugar daddies?
Do I have any sugar daddies?
I would assume you do.
I don't think I have any sugar daddies, but I think what is a sugar daddy? What would you say?
A sugar daddy is a daddy that spoils you and gives you money,
And some sugar.
and you're supposed to give him some sugar.
Or give it up. Yeah, that's true.
Does it have to be in person?
It
Because
don't
like
have to be, but like, okay, so you don't have any that you have like in person?
no in person, but
Hypothetically though, like say, you know what I'm saying, a sugar daddy was like, yo, Parker, let's go to dinner. I'll give you $5,000. Would you do it?
dinner,
Nothing
else. Yeah, it's like having.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if someone is willing to drop 5 racks on a dinner, they've probably done something in the world to where they have certain knowledge, and I could probably learn something from going to dinner with them.
Can I ask you, like, what are all the jobs you have? Because it seems like you've had like a lot of jobs. You worked at the fast food.
I'm actually so glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I am so. Oh my God. You don't even have to finish that statement.
All right, go ahead.
I would love to list out all the jobs that I've had on a chronological order.
And what age you started with?
I mean, first job I had, I was 15. I was doing construction, and I did that.
Building?
I was an errand boy. I was just like throwing stuff out into the trash, like helping them demo, like destroy things. But I did that for like 2 weeks, then I got fired.
Why'd you get fired?
I just say
You're throwing it the wrong way?
you're gonna notice this is a common trend. I don't know why I got fired. I just get fired.
Okay,
But
so construction.
I genuinely have no clue why I got fired. But then after that, I got my second job at Stop and Shop when I was 16, being a cashier.
Oh, grocery store?
It's the East Coast Stop and Shop. Yup.
Does Stop and Shop not exist in the West Coast?
No, it's only
there's none here.
Yeah, it's only East Coast.
Yeah, so I was working at Stop and Shop cashier, and I got fired from there too. Anyways, then after that, I started working at the fast food establishment. My manager is now subscribed to my Blue page.
Shout out.
And the other coworker, and shout out to him. He's a cool guy. I remember when he started working there, he was so chill. He did not care about phones at all. You'd be on your phone in front of him, like, I don't know if y'all ever work like a regular job, but I was like, he wouldn't say anything. But after a month, he was like, I remember I'd be on the headset at the drive-thru. He'd be like, Parker, phone. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like a month prior, you did not care about the phones.
Yeah.
But I worked at that fast food establishment. Then I got fired from there too. So like I'm like 3 in a row now getting fired. After that, started working at Applebee's. Got fired because I was hitting a vape in the restroom. Manager started losing his shit over that. But he was like a regular like base level manager. It wasn't even the GM. Like the general manager was like, bro, I wouldn't have fired you over that thing. But since he brought it up to HR, we can't allow you to work here. But if the general manager would have found that out, he said he wouldn't have cared. But then I was working at more restaurants, then another restaurant. I quit the other restaurant. Then I went to this other restaurant. And then I started doing a bunch of sales jobs all over the place, traveling the country, door to door. I think that's why I'm able to connect with my my fans on a good degree, though. Doing all these sales jobs, doing all these jobs in general helped me connect with my audience because you get to know people on a deeper level. Like I don't know if you guys have been doing social media your whole life, but like if you've been generating your income from social media, even if it's like an extra like $1,000 a month, let's say you're 13, $1,000 a month goes a long way. Mm-hmm. You can't really connect to people that well compared to someone who worked like me. I've worked like 12 jobs, literally 12 jobs, and half of them were commission based. I never even got paid a base salary. So I learned a lot of skills there where I'm able to connect to people that, do go to their 9 to 5s. I was doing like 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. I was working at Chipotle too. I forgot to mention that one. I worked at Chipotle. I would do 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., 17 hours a day for like 4 days a week. Then after that, I work at the restaurant the rest of the 3 days, another 12-hour shift. But thankfully, throughout this whole time, I started training people online. And then I met you guys. I started training you guys.
Hope we don't get fired.
I think I already got fired.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then I started my blue page, and hopefully we'll still be homies.
I hope so too.
Until the near future, but we got fired because apparently you guys didn't undergo a good transformation. So Julian had to get a new trainer.
Yeah, I got a new trainer.
Yeah, he got a new trainer. So
And he'd be burning the chicken all the time, and the fire alarm would be going off all the time.
it's
Oh, is that what I be waking up to? That's what it is?
dude, the beep beep.
Yeah. I thought it was your alarm clock.
But no, it's not my alarm clock. But the good thing is, since I have that life experience, I was like, you know what? These guys are cool guys. Let me do something where I can still be homies with them. So, blue page, that's how I started the blue page. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure you guys knew that, but I just want to fill in the viewers. Yeah. But that's all my jobs. It's literally a long segment. Mm. I've had too many to describe. I still haven't even mentioned all of them. But I think anyone who, let's say, if there's any younger viewers on the podcast, you're 17 watching this, get as many jobs as you can. Literally work 20 hours a day if you can. I really do not care. You need to do that so that you can be like, you can figure out the struggle that some people go through. Some people in like third world countries working 20 hours a day on $10 a day profit. So you working 20 hours a day, making $300 a day, you're in the top 1%. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
And I do want to say too, with the way you ended it as well, with how you worked all those jobs and now you're here. Obviously it's for a reason, and I hope you're doing really well. I mean, obviously you're doing really well. Obviously we're doing this podcast and everything, so it's really cool that you came a long way. At such a young age, still, of course, 19. So I do want to say, I appreciate you hopping on the train with us. You know what I'm saying? Hopping on the progress and everything. Everything's a process. You just gotta trust in it. And yeah. And I do want to note too, hey, this man right here got me a really cool gift for my birthday too. He got me a camera, so I appreciate that for sure. Things like that. Really appreciate. So I'm just saying, overall, like I just think you came a long way within your stories, and it's really important that for those who come a long way to reach to a certain point in their life, it's always worth it at the end. You gotta trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
And I think, earlier talking about the physique looking small and stuff, I would love to talk on a serious note, but I really think, it's unfortunate you guys had to let me go as a trainer. And I appreciate, doing the blue page now, but I really think, maybe you should take a next step like Julian, get a trainer.
Yeah.
Grow your arms. Because, no, but I'm just being serious.
And then we can do a rematch.
No, but I'm saying this from like the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I really think you should grow those arms because, like, you need to get bigger. Yeah. Because Julian's taking that first step. You need to take the next step.
Nah, for sure. And
people have been saying in the comments, I've been reading it, you need to get bigger.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I appreciate that, and I've always admired Julian going about taking that training route. I know he did boxing too.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Julian still be asking me for advice. And, when you tell people advice and, or not advice, but you buy something from like Starbucks, they turn it around with the tip percentage. I get the urge to like, he's asking me for advice, then I put out the invoice.
Right.
Tap that and send me an invoice for the advice because that's years of knowledge.
At that point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, all them times you fucked up on the food, man, I think it's a fair exchange.
I actually, you know what? Yeah, sure. I understand.
It's an equal exchange.
Whatever. Anyways, but yeah. Anyways.
So now you're doing the blue page though. How is that for you? What's your like initial thoughts? You've officially been doing a month now. How is the blue page? What's your perspective on it now?
I will say this. I know we don't really like to talk about whatever like income, but it is definitely the most amount I've seen on a screen at once dedicated to my name. I'm someone who finds like shopping boring. I find dinners boring. I find everything boring pretty much. I hate to go back to the casino because I seem like a broken record. The only place I find exciting is the casino.
No, but I understand. I get you. I understand.
So
No.
you're telling us that you're gonna just gamble all your money?
No. I'm gonna invest it, but what I want to do is I want to get a consistent amount of money that I make every month to where I can gamble that
Right. So
and
that's your
lose it.
leisure. You know, you don't shop, you don't buy any of this other
I
shit.
really
So
don't.
that's your one.
Like the biggest purchase I've made is when I was in New York. I bought a designer belt, but I bought that because I always lose my belts. But the only reason I bought that belt is not because I care about the designer logo or anything like that. I bought the belt because just utility. I've been dropping so much body fat lately that none of my pants fit. Every time I put on a pair of pants, it falls my ass out. I bet you would like to see that. But what I'm saying is I always lose my belts. So I bought that belt. It was like $600. That's the only expensive purchase I've made. And it was only because I know that if I spend $600 on a belt, I'm not going to lose it. I remember the day I landed in New York, my dad gave me a belt. I lost it the next day. I didn't know where it was. So that's when I said,
So what if you lose the designer one? Like,
Then I know there's
I don't
no-
know how good of a
no-
purchase that was if you lose your belts all the time.
No, but here's the thing. Guess what? I haven't lost it. It's been a week. I haven't lost it. So
You know what I think real quick?
I take care of it.
We should hit a blackjack table one of these days.
Bro, we did. I gave you like
Again.
We did, but again, for sure. Because here's the thing. When I went back to New York, I went to the 18 plus casino, and I profited. I ended up profiting that day. I didn't lose my money, like $100. So lifetime, I'm still down like 4,500. But anyways, no, I'm down like more like 5K. But I ended up profiting $100. So we should definitely hit a blackjack table because I think I realized the strategy.
Me too.
So yeah.
Nah, me too. So the two strategies combined together, bro. No
You be going
misses.
big though. I remember I saw you. You be putting like you have like 300 as your balance.
Hey, you don't gotta. Okay, I understand.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah, but it's cool. We won't get that 5K back. Promise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down.
All right, cool. We're gonna be introducing the hit or miss. All right. So basically, we're gonna give you some names of creators, and you're gonna tell us whether you won't gonna hit it or you gonna miss it. All right. So first up, James Charles. Are you gonna hit or are you gonna miss?
Who's that?
You don't know James Charles?
James.
Hey, sisters.
I think I've heard that voice, the name, but I don't know who's behind the name.
Okay.
Kid, do you have a picture?
This is him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I've definitely seen that face, but I think the only time I've seen him is in like a controversy
Controversy. Oh, probably.
of like him going after some people that maybe he shouldn't have been going after. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna say miss for sure.
All right. Well said. Okay.
But I think if I were to hit, it'd definitely have to be someone who wasn't in any big controversy.
Okay.
I
Clean
think I've
record.
definitely seen that face. Now that you gave me the name, I could tie that to the face. I could tie that to the name.
Okay. I understand.
What about Michael Doherty?
You know, Michael, he's a unique case. He's a unique case because we both grew up in Long Island, New York. So I think just for that reason, if you put on a wig, I definitely hit.
Okay.
Like, because I feel like Long Island, people are so unique if you're from Long Island, New York. I grew up in New York, but specifically Long Island. He's from Long Island itself, so yeah, I definitely hit him.
Shout out Danny. All right. Only Brad. Only Brad.
Ooh, he be touching me.
A lot of that.
Yeah,
Touching you?
Yeah.
he be touching me, bro. Even on his own podcast, and then on the when we were on the boat, on the yacht, he was grabbing me. So
Like where?
like on my chest, but not nothing crazy, not that.
Bro, you just attract them.
And he's not Asian.
He's not, bro. What is he? What do you guys know his ethnicity, bro?
Just white.
He's white?
Yeah.
No way, bro. He looks like he's got something mixed into him.
Probably Colombian.
If he's Colombian, hit, but if he's not, miss.
Okay.
Okay.
Well said.
All right, what about Alan Cruz?
I think it would be very funny to hit him. I think it would be very, very funny to hit him. I mean, the times I've spoken to him, He's a great, great gentleman. I've met him when we went to Rolling Loud. And when else did I meet him? I think
He was at Ultra.
Ultra, yeah. So, like, anytime I've seen him, he's a cool guy. He understands my sense of humor a lot. I feel like we have very similar personalities. So I think that in that way, it would be very amusing to hit him. So I definitely hit Alan Cruz.
Interesting. All right, so the next one here we have actually is right behind the camera. It's Kyle Jacobs. You can over here.
Kyle Jacobs.
Yeah, this guy stand next to Julian.
Hey, what's up, big guy?
What up?
This guy.
For
Hit or miss?
Kyle, I think that in this hit or miss topic, I'm assuming it's like to my head type of thing. So I'd probably hit. I think you could take it very well. So I definitely hit you.
If my bed's free after this, we can go and do something.
Okay.
We could talk about
Got
it
a
later.
collab, guys.
We could talk about it later,
Not
maybe.
for funsies.
Thanks, Kyle.
People want to see.
All right. Last but not least, Drake Vaughn.
Drake, he's the homie. I would since he's only done it once, he's only bought him once. Definitely hit, because he only did it once to, I think, Joey Mills.
Yeah.
I think I saw that. I don't know why he's
Clip.
on my feed a lot, but I definitely hit because I'd love to be second in line, but I think that since I feel like my reasons are more so like what would be entertaining. I think it would be very funny because Drake was like, oh, well, I've only done one bottom scene. All right, now we're going to have plural bottom scenes. So I would love to be the second in line to do that for him.
Valid.
So yeah, it would literally be an achievement, making Drake Vaughn's bottom scenes plural. So yeah, I definitely hit.
Okay. Cool. Well, the last segment is always the juiciest. We're going to be putting all of each other on the hot seat. So
what is it?
We'll have some questions for everybody to ask. Just get ready to ask them. So
Come on.
Okay, so Julian, who is a guest we've had on the podcast that you would consider topping?
all of them. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I do imagine, me topping them all. I just think they would. I think they would take it. But who would I top? Like, I can already imagine it. Like, Brad, he would give, like, the best facial expressions ever.
True.
Drake Vaughn would, like, make it the most enjoyable, like, fun. Like, haha. I feel like he'd be laughing when I'm inside of him.
Wet spit, by the way. Yeah. Really wet.
He'd be joking.
Yeah, he's, like, funny. Like, Michael Doherty, I think he would be, like, kind of into it.
That's a good one.
Alan Cruz, yeah, he would be squirming, running from it. I feel like I would have to, like, hug him. So, probably Alan Cruz, like you said. I think it would be the funnest just because he's, it would be very fun.
Helen Cruz. There you have it.
Yeah, I would top Alan.
I think
All right.
everyone would top him just because it's like, it's funny to take someone who is like trying to be like alpha and just like, nah, I'm gonna deny everything you've been saying and just top you.
Yeah.
Like that's I think that's why everyone would probably top him.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Brandon, we all know that Brad is trying to take it to the next level with you. What are you down to do with him?
Oh, I see. I wish he was here for this, and then we can like more so discuss. 'cause
I think it's fine that he's not here because I think you would be like, it's a little more intimidating because you're gonna see he might get sad if you say something he don't want to hear. Or
I think that's exactly why. But it's cool. It's cool. Okay, so take it to the next level. So obviously, I wish you would elaborate more on that. I think what he's trying to more so say is
no. What would you be down to do?
Can I be honest here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a safe space here.
Yeah.
I would top him. Hey, we're gonna end up the episode over here. I think it's like a 3-hour episode or something like that. Feels like it.
I don't even know.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Parker Reid Wild. ParkerReid Wild. I got all my links there. So if y'all want to find them, just press my Instagram bio, and we'll be Gucci. We'll be talking soon.
My Instagram is Julian's Wilden. You can find all my links over there.
And mine is Brandon Wilden. Make sure you go check out my links as well, baby. And if you guys do want to see the full uncensored version of this podcast, make sure you go check out the Patreon down in the description below. Make sure to like, comment down below any other guests you guys do want to see on the podcast. And with that being said, we'll see you guys there. Peace.